What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Gyllene Tider, and we're returning to the 1980s self-titled album. Thank you again to Gebus and to all those who've been following along, most of whom, or rather, most of the rockstars from that journey seem to have migrated over here, which I'm very excited by. I will say, and I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong because it has an Uber, or I don't know if it's called an Uber in Swedish, but Goran, the keyboard player, it really has added an extra element on top of the handful of first songs that I heard from the EP. So definitely there's a new dimension to their music, even though it's essentially still the same phase. So yeah, I do want to comment that I've noticed that for the first few tracks on this album. In any case, the next track, according to Google Translate, means The Girls on TV2. Now, I'm guessing TV2 is like a particular station in Sweden, and just the phrasing, if that translation is correct, I'm guessing there's a certain type of programming, maybe with, attractive women or women that are part of some series or some program of particular significance. Of course, in the moment, I won't have any further insight, but I do look forward to people commenting. And in fact, was it Glowworm? Someone commented that it'd be cool if I could go through the lyrics. The translations I've gotten from Google Translate are already sort of shaky enough, and ultimately it would require like an additional period like after listening. So bottom line, I'll continue to lean on folks in the comments, but at some point I will, of course, go back and re-listen to the song with those lyrics as they've been explained or contextualized in mind. But yes, ultimately I am curious about the specificity of the title because it seems like it's a very particular reference. In any case, let's listen to it. This is Gyllene Tider from their self-titled album 1980, and the track, as far as I can tell, translates to The Girls on TV2. Oh!
Master, 17,223, take 8.
I thought I hit something. So, okay, number one, I love the reggae, like, dub stylings, and I suppose you could take that as like a down-tempo rock type of sound. But as someone who listens to a lot of reggae and ska from different eras and different substyles, it sounded like a dub reggae track. And dub reggae, one of the main features, is a deep and heavy and grooving bass line, and this absolutely had that. Indeed, the bass was popping on this one, not unlike the previous track in terms of the significance, the degree to which it stood out, though it was a different style of bass playing. In any case, yeah, I enjoy the down-tempo reggae rhythms as they hit my brain. Secondarily, I enjoy that wicked guitar solo. That really was a like rich and dynamic guitar flourish in that section in the beginning, I think, of the second half. And of course, there's a degree of comedy to the tune, even without me speaking Swedish. There's that like meta reality moment at the beginning where it started, and then it was like, someone in the studio was like, hold on, let's do another take and go. Which, like, I suppose that could be organic or at least like recreated from something that really happened. But there was a degree of comedy to it as well. Not only because I thought, like, wait, did I restart it or did I like click to the next track accidentally? But then no, it was like a false beginning and then a proper beginning. But then there was a moment where Per was like laughing, like, literally laughing at the end of a lyrical and vocal line. And then there was the repeating of that phrase, or at least like syllable, at the end of one of the lines. I think it was the chorus. So the whole thing had a bit of a like cheeky character to it, at least as it hit my brain on this first listen, without knowing Swedish. So yeah, a fun tune, a mellow tune, a groovy tune, a bass-heavy tune, a wicked guitar track. And I wondered at the beginning, it's like, wait, is that Per singing? Because it almost sounded like a female vocal. But the more it went on, I feel like that was Per, and it's just that, he has a young voice here. So correct me if I'm wrong about that, but either way, a cool tune, and one that surprised me sonically. I was talking a bit about the keyboards and the energy and sort of the pace of some of the previous tunes, but then this one went in a totally different direction. So either way, I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.